Stopping by for parenting tips is Marty Calder from Center Counseling Services, and today we're talking about kids being pulled in a lot of different ways during the Christmas season, especially with kids with divorced parents. Marty's here to tell us how you can keep them from feeling very overwhelmed this holiday. Well, thank you very much for stopping by this morning. No problem. I guess first off, I mean, like you were saying, divorced kids, two separate parents, two separate lives, two separate things going on. I guess, how do you, first off, keep that just all straight?
Well, I think the one thing is you've really got to talk about it and plan. You know, and the parents got to be adults. They have got to let some stuff go. Okay. You know, and I think that's some of the issue is that we sort of want kids almost to caretake or be involved in that kind of stuff, and especially for younger kids. I mean, as you get into middle teenage years, there's some flexibility there. But for little kids, you know, 8, 9, under, that's a tough time. They don't need to have that kind of pressure to decide what's going on. So working together as a couple and saying, all right, this is what's going to happen, and to know that this isn't going to solve it, as we have talked about before. You know, one holiday season is not going to a relationship make. Right. And so if they haven't had a relationship with dad or mom or dad's family or whatever, it's suddenly not going to
just because
work
it's Christmas is
no, it's like it's not going to. They might be a little more accommodating because they want some gifts, but it's not going to be a fun situation for them.
So I guess the heart of the issue between the two parents would be compromise. I guess.
Yeah, what's best for what's best for the kids. We've got to be not so selfish sometimes and say, you know what, in this situation, little Johnny is better off to stay a majority of the time with mom. Okay. And maybe I'll do some stuff, maybe dad will take him Christmas shopping or do some fun stuff that they can connect, but to try to take him to dad's grandma, you know, house and to the cousins over there, and then mom's doing the same thing, you know, and just to try to almost trot him out, it's like, it's not going to be beneficial for the child. Okay.
If one of these kids is kind of getting to that run ragged point, how do you tell? I guess, how do you notice?
Well, I mean, and like I said, kids are going to be accommodating somewhat in that season, but just like we've talked about with anything else, if there's a significant change in behavior, and knowing that really kids that age aren't going to be able to sort of socially navigate that stuff more than a few different ways. Okay. You know, if it's aunt and uncle and all that kind of stuff, they're not going to be able to do it if you've got like 10 different people. If it's a couple different situations, not too bad. And so I think just looking at how they're behaving, if they're tantruming, doing stuff, you know that's something's going on.
All right, well, thank you very much for stopping by this morning.